Hello friends, Facebook fam, how you doing? Today is December 4th, about 3:30 p.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I just parked and walking over. I'm at Central Park in Burnaby, which is just adjacent to Vancouver. Over here, there's a Swangard Stadium. Can't really see it, but it's right there. And let me see here if I can flip this. Over here, for those who don't know, is a COVID testing site, which is Boundary and 45th. And Central Park Pool, for those who've never been here. And I'm walking into the park. And all you Australians, here's some greenery for you. Alright, how do I fit this? Alright, welcome back, people. The sun is setting, as you can kind of see in the background there. It's a beautiful time of day. I love coming to this park. I live pretty close, walking here, probably about 15-20 minutes, 5-minute drive. And it's a piece of nature right in the city. And I'm so grateful that it is so close. It's quite a massive park, actually. And what I like to do actually during the summer is walk over to the pond, which I'm doing right now, and I'll show you in a second, and just meditate. Sit there, take in the sun, or sometimes I'll just sit there and close my eyes, listen to the water, the ducks, and yeah, it's amazing. Hey Tiny, how you doing? Yeah, Vancouver is called Vancouver for a reason. It rains at least half of the year, and because of that, we have all this beautiful scenery. So today's day 3. I'm showing up, and today I guess I just want to chat about the conversation I had with a friend last night. So I came over, I was just sharing some soup with him, and he's a guy that doesn't really, let's say, he doesn't believe in a lot of the things that are happening right now with regards to the pandemic. And so I asked him why. And, he kind of shared with me his reasons. I'm like, okay. And, he talked about, obviously he's an anti-masker and doesn't trust the numbers, the authorities, and so forth. And that's all fine. And for me, just sharing this, I'm not saying, I'm not outing him or anything or saying that he's wrong or anything. It's just, I just challenged him. I challenged, why do you believe what you believe and who you listen to, right? And that's the same thing I would challenge each and every one of you. We're all having not all, but, this is a different time in life, and it can be quite stressful, especially people who may have their livelihoods kind of taken away or what have you through the restrictions. So, my hope is that we try to be kind, compassionate, and understanding of each other, because you never know what somebody else is actually going through. So, and we had a chat, and he started to talk about restrictions, and they can't take away my freedom, my privacy, and then he talked about this is gonna be a new world order. I'm like, okay. And to me, it just sounds like he was just regurgitating what he heard before on YouTube and so forth. And I get it, right? The thing with social media, if you haven't seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix, is that there are algorithms that basically whatever you're searching for, they will provide you and give you more of what you're actually looking for. So if you're unaware of that, you can definitely go down a huge rabbit hole, not even knowing. And the more you consume of something that tells you the same message, the more you're going to believe it. So one of the things that I would challenge everyone to do is something that unfortunately is not really taught too much in school, but that is to think critically. And what does that mean? That means when you have information that's shared with you, instead of accepting it verbatim or just blindly, but to ask yourself, is this information actually relevant? Does it actually make sense? And is it credible? Meaning, is it something that I can actually rely on? And you'll have to figure out your truth based on the information that you get, right? And we went into more of a conversation. So when we talked about, he started to share a bunch of stuff that I saw already on YouTube, so I knew where he was getting information from, the Charter of Rights and freedoms and stuff. Okay, cool. I'm like, do you even understand how things work? And, for example, I think a lot of us, we kind of give up a lot of our privacy just by using a phone, or the apps that we have. And, people say, they're very... Oh, and I'm guilty of this. We're all hypocrites, you know what I'm saying? And my hope is that instead of trying to judge people or saying they're wrong, what have you, try to keep an open mind and just start to understand each other. That's what I would hope, because really, we're all in this thing called life together. We may not be in the same situations, but we are in this thing called life together. And hopefully, we can be there for each other. And sometimes that could just be a listening ear or an understanding ear, right? So, the truth is, we don't really know exactly what's going on and all the facts, if you will. We can only go off of what we know. And so, and sometimes I see people talking about numbers and they fail to realize there's a difference between correlation and causation when it comes to certain numbers and so forth. I'm not gonna get too much into that, otherwise this live will be really long. But I just believe that whoever are in those leadership positions are trying to do the best that they can with the knowledge that they know. And so, and I'm just trying to do my best to help. And, just, what do you call it? Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and definitely your hearts open, okay? Because we definitely need each other, okay? So I'm gonna show you, flip over here. So this is the pond called Upper Pond in Central Park that I love walking around, and all year round there's ducks that come. It's beautiful, it's very peaceful. Look at I love autumn. Different colored trees, branches, leaves. Oh my gosh. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, my hope is that, again, instead of reacting, just try to do your best to understand both sides of the same coin, really. I saw another post, I'll finish with this, that, people talked about, there's some people who were, some people were new infections at Costco. And, someone posted saying, how can that be if they're using masks and all that? And, it's nothing different than, say, if you understand how masks work, they're not 100% effective, just like condoms. They're there to help prevent something, but doesn't mean that something might not make it through, right? There's a lot of factors that go into everything. So, again, let's try to be kind and compassionate to each other, okay? Don't allow fear to grip you, okay? And if you need to, just find some support, try to ground yourself whichever way you can. For me, nature is a beautiful and a perfect way for me to ground myself, along with other things. So that's all I want to share for today. I hope you are all staying safe. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.